Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons. You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Ironic, right? The old enemies assume that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons, if anybody does. Do they know where he is? Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means. What is it?
This is it. Riften, Jewel of Skyrim. End of the road.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Let me open the gate, and you can head into the city.
The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
I had another run-in with the Thieves' Guild.
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves' Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time. Yes?
Safe travels. Visitors like us are rare in this part of Skyrim. I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock. I had another run-in with the Thieves' Guild.
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
You're a stranger here too, huh? I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. Many years ago I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust. To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think? You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious. It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies, and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago. It was Eren who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason, so I stayed. Safe travels.
Hey, you. I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble? Don't say something you'll regret. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Suit yourself. I'll be at the docks if you change your mind.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadro, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
Huh? What do you want? I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but It got robbed before it even arrived. Now, Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. All right, then. Yes? Yes. Hofgreer took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. Mm-hmm.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
People of Riften,
Yeah. What's your
heed
problem?
my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence.
You've been in Riften for quite
This
some
is one
time
of the
now,
signs.
Lady Mule.
The signs
I
that Lady
fear that
Mara
you
is
soon may leave
displeased
us.
with your constant inebriation.
Problems of its own.
Put down your
Now is not
flagons
the
filled
time
with
for
your vile
exploration and
liquids,
discovery.
and embrace the
I'm
teachings of
relieved
the
to hear you say
handmaiden
that.
of Kind.
If you were to leave, I'd miss you
No,
terribly.
Mama. We talked about this.
Eren,
Talon?
I owe you my life.
Kir-
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the handmaiden of Kind.
No, Marama. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Marama. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Yeah. What's your problem? Until next time. I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story.
Maybe you should head on home.
I don't care. A deal's a deal.
I said, give me some more drink, or I'll have your head on a pike.
Are you kidding me? I've got the entire Thieves Guild at my back. What have you got? Don't know why you'd help a stranger like that. But a septum's a septum. Don't care where it comes from. You can tell Shadra his debt's been paid.
Do you believe what
I hope we bump into each other again.
think the dragons have returned?
I don't know what to believe. If it's true,
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
You lost?
Huh?
we hold
Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son, spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder. Safe travels.
Yes? Any luck with Sapphire? By the 8! You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even cared what happened to me. Look, I was saving this, but I wanted you to have it. I thought I might need it if Sapphire came for me, but I don't need it anymore. Until next time.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying, eh, lad? Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying, eh, lad?
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from
I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell. It's all about sizing up your mark, lad. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway. Look how you sniffed out my little scheme at the North Gate. You knew it was a shakedown and you called him on it. That's what I'm talking about. Wealth is my business. Help me out, and I can add to yours. Would you like a taste? I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. Sorry. I usually have a nose for this kind of thing. Never mind then, lad. If you change your mind, come find me.
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
I may be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. Through reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh.
Why take a chance?
I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that.
Live for thousands of years.
Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful. Thank you. I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni had escaped Morrowind during the Accession War. Records showed her buying passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos. But that's where the trail ran cold. I spent years looking for what became of the ship, but I ended up empty-handed. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck. Have them all.
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry? I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. Forgive me. It's a term I haven't used in some time. While most in Tamriel call my kind Argonian, we prefer the term Saxhleel. Medesi was actually my original Saxhleel name. Unlike others, I decided to embrace tradition and keep it that way. Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Salve, and now he's got something new. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves Guild. Safe travels, Landstrider.
I run the meat and produce stand at the market. Come by and see me if you want some of the freshest food you've ever eaten.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
If you're looking for anything to sell for a fair price, I run the Pawned Prawn over by the
What?
market.
I don't have time for idle chit-chat. What is it? Of course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's ear, and the guards in my pocket. Anyone makes trouble for me, and I pay a visit to the Thieves Guild. Make me angry, and I contact the Dark Brotherhood. You do well to remember that the next time you make such a stupid observation. I believe we're done.
Yeah?
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know. Is there something I can do for you? 3, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet LeChance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujamma. I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. Every Argonian wedding proposal band is supposed to have 3 flawless amethysts as part of their design. 2 of the gems, the ones on the outside, represent the couple to be married. 1 for the husband, 1 for the wife. The amethyst in the center represents the Hist, the entity that all Argonians consider a sacred part of our lives. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road. Take a look.
Yes?
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let... Is there something I can do for you? Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both? If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Still here.
Yes? What is it?
Tidings. They're vermin. Garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash. Disgusting. Ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves Guild's territory. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
What can I get you? Mead? Wine? Of course. If it's true that the dragons have returned, what will it mean for all of us? Is this how it all ends? Mjol the Lioness used to adventure across Skyrim before she settled down in Riften. I hear it all ended when she lost her enchanted blade. Come back and see us again. Looking for a place to stay? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Otherwise, hit the road. If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road. What can I get you? Meat? Wine? Never heard of anybody like that. But if you want to hide out in Riften, the Ratway's where you'd be. There's a sort of tavern down there, the Ragged Flagon, where all the lowlifes in Riften get drunk and knife each other. You might try there, if you can get through the Ratway alive. Come back and see us again.
Blessings of Mara upon you. How may I help you, my son? Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim. Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim? Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony. Here you are. Now, remember, people in Skyrim respond to deeds. You'll find more people interested in your love if you help them. Good luck. Mara bless you. Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm. Of course. I'd be more than happy to add a donation to our charity box. Right now, the best you could provide is coin. We need all the help we can get. Thank you. I can promise you that this will be put to good use. May you return to her benevolence in safety.
Need something? This temple is dedicated to Mara, and the light of love she shines on us all. I'm only a humble acolyte, though. If you wish to avail yourself of Mara's blessing, you should speak with Denyo Balu or Maramal. Good day.
Blessings of Mara upon you.
What is it you seek, my child? We are devoted to the goddess Mara, who gave mortals the gift of love, that they might have a hint of eternity. Her blessings are many. To love is to know the true nature of the gods. Not all can hear the broad echoes of deepest dawn. To receive the touch of Mara, you must first act as her hands in the world. Explore the facets of the infinite jewel. Are you prepared, then, to help bring the light across this land? The dawn surely opens upon you, child. You must bear its light that all may see. Mara has reflected an image to me. At the foot of the throat and the young woman, almost a girl. Her fickle love must resolve itself. The village of Iverstead. The woman, Fastred. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants. Return when she has seen her path. I will entreat Mara on your behalf.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes, milady. That unpleasantness at Helgen supposedly involved a dragon. It killed several soldiers before it departed.
I want you to speak to the city guard. Make sure there's a contingency plan in effect in case Riften falls under attack.
Yes, milady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should fall, it's only right that its leader be spared.
Out of my way. The son of the Jarl has no time for idle conversation with travelers.
Yes?
What is it? Indeed. There have been multiple attempts on the Jarl's life. We're not certain if it's the Dark Brotherhood or simply Imperial sympathizers. We've also had run-ins with spies attempting to probe our security for weaknesses. I work with the city guard to make certain they fail. At the end of the day, I'm the last line of defense for the Jarl. I will not allow her to fall. Ulfric's a bloody hero. I don't think there's a worthy Nord alive who dare argue the point. He's taking the Empire to task and making them answer for their crimes. I don't think I'll be content until Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim with the ashes of the Concordat at his feet. Liars and bastards. Every one of them. I'd have their heads on a pike if it wasn't for the war effort. All I need is a dozen men, and we could march into the Ratway and burn them out like rodents. Stormcloaks won't have it, though. Too busy keeping the Imperial forces at bay. Everyone knows the Thieves Guild uses the old sewer system beneath Riften as their hideout. I'd go down there myself, but that would leave Jarl Layla unprotected. Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Riften, traveler. I hope the road fared well for you. While I feel Ulfric's cause is just, my concern is for the people of the Rift. How can they continue to lead their already meager lives with dark clouds looming overhead? My heart goes out to them. If only our coffers were deeper, I could protect them as they were my own family. With the Stormcloaks at his back, Ulfric's poised to rid Skyrim of the Empire's forces and invalidate our involvement with the White Gold Concordat. Many have died taking up arms for this cause. I fear that the land will be stained with blood for years to come. We're all eager to see them brought to justice. Maven Blackbriar has assured me that they're being dealt with appropriately. As one of our city's most influential citizens, she's taken it upon herself to oversee their incarceration. Sadly, they're proving elusive, but I have confidence that Maven won't give up until this city has been rid of them all. Good journey to you.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. I'm Jarl Layla's steward, Anuriel. As Riften's steward, I'm afraid I can provide only limited assistance, but speak your mind. As steward, I serve as an intermediary between the Jarl and her subjects. I also handle the less important and day-to-day policies that affect daily life in Riften. Lately, I've had my hands full suppressing these ridiculous accusations of corruption in the Keep. There are those that believe the Jarl does nothing for this city, that it's corrupt and run by the Blackbriar family. I can assure you that this is entirely false. We are fully in control of everything. Maven Blackbriar is the owner of the largest and most profitable business in all Skyrim, the Blackbriar Meadery. We're pleased to have her in Riften. She brings stability, opportunities for employment, and strategic value to our city. I'd hardly call them a guild. More like unorganized rabble. In fact, I wouldn't say they were a threat at all. No, our resources should be spent on preparations for invasion. You're welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our laws. Did we have an appointment? No. It was a delivery? I can't remember. Someone actually interested in what I'm doing. Amazing! Well, allow me to explain. My experimentation involves a magical construct and a reagent that will allow the construct to maintain a field of permanent harmonic energy. You don't have to, because it's utter nonsense. It's never going to work. No. What I need to do is reverse that. Draw the harmonic energy into the reagent, and then apply it with the proper incantation. What was I thinking? It would never work that first way. Why didn't you tell me? I'll tell you why you won't tell me. Because you were absolutely right not to. It's a fundamental rule of magic, and it would be ridiculous. You can't draw from harmonic energy without a soul siphon. Since you're so well informed, I'm certain you've solved the problem with thermic drift, right? What's not to get? It's as simple as Draven's first axiom of magic. Or was it Galarian's law of casting? I'll tell you what. Let me find out where that's from. I'll need to look through my library and get you an answer. What were we talking about? Yes, I could use some help with that. An assistant, perhaps? No. Maybe a familiar. No, too messy. Well, at any rate, organization is not my strong suit. Not at all. I need as much help as I can get. In fact, if you could retrieve a few things for me, I could start on my next set of experiments. As you can imagine, I tend to forget things often. Leave things around. I really must learn to put these things away. What I need is my Dwemer Stirring Spoon, my Orichalcum Ingot, and my Grand Soul Gem. In fact, I could use them immediately. Bring those items back to me, and I'll be happy to experiment on you. No, that isn't right. I'd be happy to reward you. Excellent. I can't wait. Well, why are you still standing here? Oh, right. You need to know where they are. That would help. Let's see. Last time I used the Dwemer's spoon was at my dear friend Bodhi's house in Iverstead. Fellstar Farm, I believe it's called. The Orichalcum ingot should still be at Winterhold at the Frozen Hearth Inn. I don't know why I didn't just take it with me. And last is the Soul Gem. I left that one in Windhelm at the White Phial Alchemy Shop. It was a good trade, too. Oh well. Huh. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
What can I get you? Mead? Wine? Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Come back and see us again.
What brings you to Balamon today? Repair? Purchase?
See into other people's thoughts.
People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery. But what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune. Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold. You will? Thank you. 10 pinches of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life. A flame Atronach's body might provide fire salt. They're dangerous creatures that can be summoned by wizards. Of course, it would be much easier to check with an alchemist. They occasionally have them for sale. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference.
What was that?
I don't know, Troff. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Blackbriars by now.
You worry about bashing people's heads in. I'll worry about the guild, okay?
Okay, okay.
I'm going to check the entrance to the Ratway. Be right back.
Someone there? Die! I'll let you drink another day.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble. Last person who made trouble for Veckel ended up with a smashed head. That's interesting. Why do I care? You want a drink or maybe just a few broken bones? I guess you don't hear too well. I never heard of this friend of yours. That's interesting. Why do I care? You want a drink or maybe just... You know what? I think I do know the guy you're talking about. He lives somewhere in the Ratway Warrens. Must be crazy or desperate to live down there. Maybe both. All right then. Veckel doesn't like strangers snooping around the flagon.
Leave me alone.
There's two things to do with the flagon. Spend coin and then get out.
Veckel and me, we have a thing going. So I recommend you keep your hands off the merchandise.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. Yes, I once practiced my art in the salons and manners of Tamriel's great and good. Now the scum of Skyrim are my only clients. But no matter, the greatest artists are never recognized in their own time. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face? I've not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons in Cloudrest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world. Mm-hmm.
Kill him! Foolish human! Your time is at its end!
Are you prepared to die? I should not have meddled with the Thornmore. Damn you!
Come here, come here, come here, come here!
Bucket, knife, book, inkpot, stone. No, no, no.
That's close enough.
I've got your back.
Yes, yes, closer. I won't bite. Promise.
Go away! What? No, that's not me. I'm not Espen. I don't know what you're talking about. Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her, and she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap.
Knife, yes. Book, yes.
What's that you said?
Yes.
Dragonborn?
No.
Then there really is hope, after all. You'd better come inside. Quickly now.
Downmore agents have been seen in the Ratway.
This'll just take a moment.
Bucket, knife, book.
This one always sticks. There we go. Only a couple more. There we are. Come in, come in. Make yourself at home.
No.
That's better. Now we can talk. You, Dragonborn, is it really true? Important. Far more than even she realizes. If you are Dragonborn, then there is hope, after all. For so long, all I could do was watch our doom approach, helplessly. Dragons, pah! They can be killed. The Blades killed many in their early days as dragon slayers. No, the dragons are merely the final portent of the end of days. Oh, yes, the prophecies make clear the signs that will precede the end times. One by one, I've seen them fulfilled. Alduin has returned, just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time, who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. Yes, yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. You're right, I forget myself. I've lived without hope for so long. The prophecies are clear. Only the Dragonborn can stop Alduin. We must go, quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. Just a moment, I'll gather a few things. I'll need... no useless trash. Where to put my annotated annuad? One moment. I know time is of the essence, but mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. There's one more I must bring. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
We heading out? I've got your back.
Come here, come here, come here, come here!
Huh?
There's the Blades agent. That's who was
Who's there?
To all mankind.
I'll see you.
Almost never.
supremacy is the only truth!
Did you hear that? Hasn't she told you? We were both blades, back when that still meant something. Now we are just fellow fugitives from the Thalmor. I didn't know she was still alive, but I'm not surprised. She was a survivor. Well, they've been hunting down blades since the Great War, on general principle. But if you mean me, now in particular, maybe they've started to get an inkling of what the return of the dragons means. I don't suppose they want the world to end any more than we do, or at least they'd prefer to end it on their terms. It was a cold day. The end of Frostfall is nearly winter in the Gerol Mountains. We heard the news at Cloud Ruler by courier, riding hard from the Imperial City. 30th of Frostfall, 171. 30 years ago. The Great War started that day. The Thalmor ambassador delivered his ultimatum to the Emperor Titus Mede, the head of every Blades agent within the Aldmeri Dominion. I knew that day that it was truly the beginning of the end. Not yet, not yet. When we get to Riverwood, with Delphi, I'll tell you both then, when I've collected my thoughts. I never expected... Well, suddenly here you are, and now I'm too muddled to explain myself. I still need some time to get used to the idea that there might be hope for us after all. Yes, yes. We should proceed cautiously. You'll have to speak up. I'm a little deaf in my right ear.
Is strong for a Lord.
In all my years, I've never seen such a thing.
Attacking people on the street.
Look
It's
out.
the end of the world.
Don't get too
ahead.
close.
Power of the dragon is yours. There can be no doubt that you are the dragonborn of prophecy.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Think you might be in the wrong place, friend.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Someone do something!
This is not good.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
What are you staring at?
Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way.
I'm right behind you.
Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonborn. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh! This is where they built Alduin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy, in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Alduin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Alduin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Alduin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. Its location has been lost for centuries, but I've found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blades archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call. Always. Let's go see if we can find this Skyhaven Temple. Orgnar, this is it. The inn is yours. I'm probably never coming back here.
Well now, that's something to think about.
Take care of yourself, Orgnar. Goodbye.
Yeah, sure. You too, Delphine. You be safe.
Lead on to Skyhaven Temple.